Hello, everyone. I'm jumping on here real quick. I have a little bit of information I would like to share with you guys, and those that are just coming to my page, passing through. My name is Juanita, and I'm happy that you're here. But I have a bit of information that I've come across in a publication written by Neville Goddard, and I just wanted to share a few thoughts from that book because it has really enlightened my life, my awareness, and helping me to appreciate there are certain levels of vibration that we need to live on or to be able to adjust and be aware of our surroundings, our circumstances, our thoughts, and so forth. But I am so freaking amazed at the information that is in this publication. Who knew? You guys knew. So I just want to share with you. You can purchase the publication yourself, but I just was so excited that I thought it would be beneficial to some, like it's been beneficial to me. So I just jumped in. I didn't per se pick out a certain paragraph because everything is really timely and beneficial. And I wanted to share with you some important points that I think would be necessary for you to really grasp what I'm saying. So it's basically in the first chapter, but still I didn't, go to just through the beginning. So what I've started out reading was, it said, if you take the wings of the morning and fly into the other parts of the world, or if you make your bed in hell, you will still be aware of being. You are ever sent into expression by your awareness, and your expression is ever that which you are aware of being. Again, Moses stated, I am that I am. It was taken in from Exodus 3:14. And guys, I love learning about God, how important he is in our life. And it's like I was cut off for a long while of not knowing why it's important that we know who he is and what purpose he served in the world. So my spirituality, I feel, comes first in life. God comes first. Let me reframe that. And my spirituality in connection with him will be necessary. So let me go on. It says, now here is something to always bear in mind. You cannot put new wine in old bottles or new patches upon old garments. That's found in the book of Mark, also Matthew, and in the book of Luke. That is, you cannot take with you into the new consciousness. The new consciousness. Remember that word, because that word is very important. Any part of the old man. All of your present beliefs, fears, and limitations are weights that bind you to your present level of consciousness. If you would transcend this level, you must leave behind all that is now your present self or conception of yourself. Now, you might say, what does that mean, to leave behind the conception of yourself? What do you think of yourself? Do you think yourself as being unable to do certain things, or I can't do this, or I don't know how to do that? So those are some of the questions you'll be asking yourself. Why are you thinking this way? So let me go on. And it goes on to say, to do this, you take your attention away from all that is now your problem or limitation and dwell upon just being. That is, you say silently but feeling to yourself, I am. Do not condition this awareness as yet. Just declare yourself to be and continue to do so until you are lost in the feeling of just being, faceless and formless. When this expansion of consciousness is attained, then within this formless deep of yourself, give form to the new conception by feeling yourself to be that which you desire to be. Okay, you don't want to be a person in the world that's incapable of doing certain things or don't have certain things or feeling yourself limited because of maybe lack of funds, lack of finances, lack of education. All these things are limitations and problems that you see as being mountains. But when we go on and learn that these limitations can be eliminated from our consciousness, then we'll be more ready to understand and accept that we are divinely made. Okay, it says, everything in the world which you can conceive of being is you. Within this present formless awareness, a most natural attainment. The invitation given us in the scripture is to be absent from the body and be present with the Lord. That's taken from 2 Corinthians 5:8, 1 Corinthians 5:3, and Colossians 2:5. The body being your former conception of yourself, and the Lord your awareness of being. This is what is meant when Jesus said to Nicodemus, ye must be born again, for except ye be born again, ye cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. That's found in the book of John, chapter 3, verses 3 through 7. This particular scripture right here, talking about being born again, that really kind of puzzled me for a long time. And it, I questioned it as the question state. How can you be reborn again? You can't, re-enter your parent womb to be reborn. So actually, what is this scripture meaning? So it goes on to say, that is, except you leave behind your present conception of yourself. That's what being born again meaning. To leave how you used to think of yourself, and now you're going to think differently of yourself, and assume the nature of the new birth. Because, like, yesterday you did certain things, you felt certain ways, you thought certain things, and today is a new day. So now you can leave behind those old thoughts that you thought of yourself or things that you felt were limitations to you. So now you will continue to outpicture your new present ideas. The only way to change your expression of life is to change your consciousness. Who knew? You guys knew. I'm learning this today. So, not per se today, but in this time span that I've come across this information of my spirituality. How do we change our consciousness? That's going to be brought out in this publication. How can we do it? By changing our thoughts. And then we're going to replace them with positive new thoughts. Guys, this is freaking amazing. I can't believe all this information has been in the world for so long. But you know what I'm thinking? That you only get to this level when you're ready. You have to be ready. Your heart has to really seek God, per se. So, okay. I said I wasn't going to hold you too long, so let me not, tarry too long. It says, for consciousness is the reality that eternally solidifies itself in the things round about you. Man's world in its every detail is his consciousness outpictured. So whatever you think or thinking, that's what comes into your world. Whatever thought you might send out into the world, that's how the world sees you. That's what the world will reflect back to you. That's what's coming back to you. You can no more change your environment or world by destroying things than you can your reflection by destroying a mirror. Your environment and all within it reflects that which you are in consciousness. As long as you continue to be that in consciousness, so long will you continue to outpicture it in your world. Now, knowing this, you can begin to reevaluate yourself, or revalue. I won't say reevaluate yet. You can revalue yourself. You can think more of yourself than you've thought in the past. Man has placed too little value upon himself. It states here in the book of Numbers, you will read, in that day there were giants in the land, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and we were in their sight as grasshoppers. So think about that little scene as being pictured as a grasshopper. The giants, who were the giants? And why did they consider themselves the smaller grasshoppers as grasshoppers? Or why did they consider themselves as being a grasshopper, I suppose? This does not mean a time in the dim past when man had the stature of giants. Today is the day, the eternal now, when conditions round about you have attained the appearance of giants, such as being unemployed, the armies of your enemy, your problems, and all things that seem to threaten you. Those are the giants that make you feel yourself to be as a grasshopper. Okay. Now, but you are told you were first in your own sight a grasshopper. And because of this, you were to the giants a grasshopper. In other words, you can only be to others what you are first to yourself. Therefore, to revalue yourself and begin to feel yourself to be that giant, a center of power, is to dwarf these former giants and make of them grasshoppers. Now that's interesting, because what and however we think or assume ourselves to be, that's how the world is going to see us. If you think yourself with all these limitations, that you don't meet up or compare to other people, then that's how people are going to receive you. So I won't do too much more on this particular chapter. It says that, still talking about consciousness, you can never be in want of proof or lack the evidence of that which you are aware of being. This being true, why not become aware of being great, God-loving, wealthy, healthy, and all attributes that you admire? See, I told you this book is filled with amazing possibilities, because there's nothing that's impossible for God to do. So we have to really change our consciousness. Let's see what I want to share with you. Okay. So I didn't want to go too far, but I just wanted to give you some ideas about how life will unfold for you once you begin to understand what your consciousness level is like, what your thoughts are like. Are your thoughts positive throughout the day, or are your thoughts negative throughout the day? Do you find yourself being caught up in gossip, uh, in petty arguments, feeling that the world is unfair, the government is doing this, and the government is doing that? If they weren't doing all of that, then I could be, or I could have, on and on and on. Or do you think positive thoughts about your loved ones, your family, about people that you meet? You see people as you want to, do unto others as you wish them to do unto you. So we want to see one another as being healthy, wealthy, loving, kind, generous. And those things that you send out into the world are the things that will possibly make a better world, and then that's what's coming back to you. So always be mindful of your consciousness. And there is so much work that we have to do with knowing who we are, why we are here, our purpose, how our life can become better, how we can live a more happier life, how we can even be happy, because no one outside of you can make you happy. You have to go inside and learn what it takes to be happy. And that comes with, sitting quietly, quieting our mind, and just thinking. And God can, connect with you. So we have to be on certain levels. We have to vibrate on certain levels. And it's just a whole new ball game, at least for me. And I'm totally excited about the things that I'm learning. And I'm going to be sharing these things. I know I said this was my soap channel and my crafts and creating, but spirituality, that's a number one. We have to put God first in the things that we do, and everything else will follow. But I thought it was necessary that I share some of the information that I've come across, and I've seen changes in my own life as far as consciousness goes. So I hope you guys can really see a need if you want things to change, or maybe your life is going the way it's good already, but then there's some that haven't had that opportunity. So we're here to help one another, lift one another up, encourage. In so many areas of our life, we can show love and help someone. So just like people that have helped me to come to appreciation of who I am, where I'm going, who I want to be, and it's on and on. It doesn't stop. So, excuse me. I just wanted to hop on here, like I said, and share what I've learned, and hope it benefited someone, and you guys could share it with your families. And hopefully next time I'm on, you guys can come back to my channel, leave comments. You can subscribe, leave a like, and if you have questions, leave them. And I would be more than happy to share with you some of the information from Neville Goddard's publication with you. And we can do the research, and we can do this. So always know that you can always change. So I want to thank you guys for sharing this publication with me, and I hope that you gleaned some things from it, as I have, because God, it's freaking amazing the things that we don't know that we don't know. We don't know. So that being said, everybody have a wonderful afternoon. Be blessed, and I love you. Take care.